Sleep associations are very powerful things. The way your little one goes to sleep quickly becomes the only way they are used to falling asleep. And the older your child gets, the harder this can be to move away from. Today I am answering your sleep question: how do I break an unsustainable sleep association? My 19-month-old needs to be driven around in the car to fall asleep. And in this video, I'm going to give you some answers as to how you can get your little one falling asleep in their own bed. Hi, I'm Nikki, one of the founders of a company called Little Ones and mother to 3 beautiful children. At Little Ones, we specialise in infant and child sleep through a comprehensive set of online sleep programs. We would love to help you and your family achieve better sleep. So please visit us at www.littlenones.co. At 19 months old, your little one is going to be in fairly well-established sleep patterns and sleep associations. If you had gotten into the habit of the only way you could get your little one to sleep was by driving them in the car, then that has quite quickly become the only way that they now know how to go to sleep. And so if you're then trying to put your little one down in their bed, and they're protesting and not going to sleep, it's simply because to them that is not how and where they fall asleep. It'd be like expecting you as an adult to just stand up in the middle of the lounge room and fall asleep. So it's not what they're used to. They're going, this is weird. And so what you're going to have to do is retrain that sleep association. Because your little one is now a toddler, this is not going to be a super easy task like it would be with a younger baby, because your toddler is going to be protesting this change. They're not getting the sleep association that they are used to. It's potentially going to be quite different for them. So we're going to need to take it quite slowly, and you will need to accept that there can be some protest from your little one around sleep. What I am going to suggest is that you ditch the car altogether. So you need to really make the decision that you're not going to revert back to using the car as their sleep association, because using it sometimes but not all of the time is going to be quite confusing for your little one in this initial period while we're shifting their sleep association to their bedroom. What you're also going to want to do is establish a new sleep association for your little one, and it's probably going to have to involve you initially. So what that will look like is choosing to put your little one to bed in their own room, but you are probably going to have to do some quite active, maybe even hands-on reassurance and settling with them initially to help them fall asleep in that space. So that would be for their naps and for bedtime in the evening. And what that might look like would be you sitting beside your little one, maybe reassuring them with patting or stroking them, or even cuddling them while they're in their own room. So you're establishing a new sleep association, and I understand that long term you probably don't want to be doing this in your child's room, but that's okay, because this is still a good step in the right direction. They're at least learning to go to sleep in their own room. So settling your child, staying in there with them, if you have to in the extreme, even like lying down with them initially, just to get them used to falling asleep in their own room. That's the first step. Once they're okay with that, then you just slowly remove yourself from the equation. And like I said, this will take a little bit longer than in a younger baby. Every few days, you're just going to settle them less and less. You're going to slowly remove yourself from their room and from the sleep equation until eventually you're able to pop them in their bed, maybe say a sleep phrase to them such as, "It's bedtime now," and then leave the room. This I would expect this transition to take place over the space of a good couple weeks. It's not going to happen overnight or in a matter of a few days. What is also going to help the success of this endeavour is making sure that your little one is perfectly ready for sleep. So at this age, we would definitely want to see your toddler down to just 1 nap a day. So if they're still having 2 naps a day, then it's likely that this driving in the car association has crept in because you were struggling to get them to sleep for their nap in the first place. So just making sure that they're having that 1 nap around the middle of the day for a couple hours is going to ensure that they're really good and tired for that nap. So hopefully they're falling asleep easier. Then having them up no later than, I would say, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon for a 7 p.m. bedtime will also mean that they get a good stretch of time in the afternoon and evening to run around, burn off their energy, and be nice and tired come bedtime, but not overtired. So again, settling is a bit easier to start with. So if you're aiming for that kind of sleep routine during the day, that's really going to help your little one's chances of learning this new sleep association. I hope that's helped give you a bit of a strategy to work through changing this quite dramatic sleep association for your little one. As always, please ask us any of your sleep questions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again next week.